there is one position very instructive that I want to share with our audience and our followers in our website. Yeah, and this is it. This is Tatiana Kosintseva, one of the two super strong Kosintseva sisters playing with white, against Slovenian woman grandmaster Darja Kapš. I don't want to touch the previous moves in this game because I mean some strange things were happening. It was not a great day for Tatiana. She played risky, she was worse, on the verge of losing. Many adventures to come at this position. And Kapš was sort of guiding the game into the channels she really would like to see, probably in her preparation. They had a sharp Sicilian. And eventually they came into this position. A rook and pawn endgame with equal material. Why I have chosen this? This is very instructive for all of us in some way. Remembering the fact that Capablanca once asked like what kind of work he made in chess was known for his laziness. He said like he studied 1000 rook endings. And this can be just one of them. With one difference, of course, Kappa was producing these rook endgames positions, these rook ending positions by himself. And this is a very important one that white makes a threat to win the pawn. However, on the other hand, when you look at the position and when you look at the principles of such endgames, activity is very important. After white's rook b5, black has chosen rook c6. This is already the breaking point of the game. As a principle, in any position, activity is very important. Both kings, they lack the activity, which is obvious. White's rook, making a threat, is more active than black's. Therefore, black already should have thought in this position to push her own passer. And after some move like rook c5, we can notice that the king cannot help to catch the pawn yet. Happens Tarash's maxim, rook behind the pass pawn, which is a tremendous force. The more the pawn advances, the more the scope of the rook becomes bigger. The only way to hang around in the game for white is to stop the pawn by the rook. Here we see that, okay, probably Kapš came to this position and she became a little bit too materialistic about. She said like, all right, I lose this pawn and where is my compensation? Okay, now she really has to come for the pawn exchange. The more the material is reduced, the more black has chances to make a draw. And everything is so forced, you know, like in one of these positions, white has to protect her pawn. And now the rook is tied to the defense, after which black prince can bring the king. simply to the other side. And in an endgame like this, I really don't see how white can proceed. King catches the pawn, rook exerts pressure to this pawn, which is really indispensable for white, and the draw is achieved. So this was really the turning point for the events. I had a discussion with the legendary Grandmaster Lubojevic, who really believed that despite of the small lapse, Rook c6 black can still defend. Indeed, it is true, but after every move, it becomes much more difficult. Maybe here also Rook e6 could be tried. But the difference now, white can try to block this pawn by the king, which gives black some chances in many of these end games. Black kept on missing things, played king f8, king b2, e4, t7, rook b6 check, king c3, a6, d5. I believe that e3 is also possible here, but she has chosen to give this check. Switch the rook to the other side. And this position evolved at the board. This is a very important position. Now, white slightly improved her king's position, and black has only one way to carry her game going on. It's like to bring the king on e7. Otherwise, she's under perpetual threat of being boxed with rook e5. With the king boxed, black has no defense whatsoever. And this is the first important and probably one of the last important moments of the game. She has given this check. It's very difficult to understand this. I believe once again it's something psychological, because she was winning or being better in a good portion of the game. You know, she had really great opportunities to score 1 point or half a point, but then she understood that now she's going down and started to play careless. Maybe the time management also brought this move, but you see, another very important aspect of rook endings, the rook prevents white's king to step to the third rank, which is very important, because once the white king goes up, she will be lost. So she gives rook g2 check. White played king b3. Probably king c3 was even more exact, because the pawn on a2 really doesn't make any difference. After rook takes a2, rook e5, the black king is boxed, and white just wins the game by simply pushing her own pawn, and probably she doesn't even have to touch this pawn, and this is completely winning. So white had some small setback. He played king b3, and this is the really second moment that she had to bring her own king with king e7. And she missed this. Well, this is what happens in many of these positions and games. No third chance given. Rook e5 came, and after e2, a4. Now maybe the king is not boxed because g pawn can be exchanged for e pawn, although the two passers, a and c passers, are very much advanced. With the king on f8, this way or another, it will be lost. So as well, we pointed out, this rook g2 check, king b3. It's important to remember to go back in this position. If one may ask, like, here also maybe king e7 works. Now the problem is a little bit different than usual. White wins the game in this way, in this line. Attacks the g pawn, gets the e pawn, and protects the g pawn in some way. It will be easy. But even like we have said, when this position came after black's unnecessary check on g2, and now we see that, like the previous example, the position really plays itself. White's passers will decide the game in a couple of moves which happened. There is not much to analyze after this one, I assume. Now White's king escorts at least one of the passers up, the other one makes the rook sacrifice impossible. Another check. Just hold the pawn with rook e4. Then okay, she tried king f5 here. And probably, I mean, one may ask why not g5. I think it wouldn't change much with the position. That comes the final touch with rook b8, and White gets the king out, wins the rook, has time to catch the g pawn, and with the c pawn simply wins the game. But coming back to this position after a6, that rook was on e4, and yeah. So black has chosen to attack. Played where the rook was on a different square. The rook was on a1. The rook was on c1, excuse me. White has protected. Okay, so once again, in this position. Black has attacked the rook, and White played a very nice move, king b6. Now everything is protected. Even the king will not be cut off because any rook b1 is met by rook b5. And then once again, a and c pawn, they are moving like a roller coaster. And now there is nothing to do for black. Actually, she resigned after rook b1 check and rook b5. So these were the important games and instructive positions from yesterday's round. Today we have the round which is going in process. Former world champion Alexandra Kostenyuk, she already lost. I mean, she had a very difficult game. As well as another former world champion, Stefanova. She had some difficulties with Charochkina, but now it looks like she has a position which looks even probably better than